Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start out. We're going to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance. So I know everybody's shielding their eyes. You're out in the sun today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, Suffern Middle School.
Morning.
Thank you. Today we're here to dedicate our Peace Poll on International Peace Day. We're going to hear a few speakers and tell you a little bit about it. Right now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Jaffe, who's going to tell you how this came into being.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this glorious morning as we dedicate our new Peace Poll to the Suffern Middle School community. Thank you, Mr. Fox, Ms. Ivy, and Mr. Law for supporting this project, and to Ms. Schuster for lifting the project off the air. Thank you, Mrs. DeGame and the PTA for purchasing the Peace Poll, and to Mr. Tedesco and his staff for installing it. Thank you also to Mr. Galliano and his staff for helping us prepare for this day. In 2002, the General Assembly of the United Nations officially declared September 21st as the permanent date for the International Day of Peace. Individuals, organizations, and nations all around the world cooperate to make progress toward peace on this day. The Peace Poll standing before you proclaims, "May peace prevail on earth," in several different languages spoken at Suffern Middle School. May peace exist and continue on earth. Over 200,000 peace poles are planted around the world in places including the magnetic North Pole in Canada, the Allenby Bridge on the border between Israel and Jordan, and Hiroshima, Japan. Famous leaders including former US President Jimmy Carter, Mother Teresa, and the Dalai Lama have dedicated peace poles. The Suffern Middle School Peace Poll makes us part of a global community working to make a more positive world. Take a moment and think what your world would be like if people offered a handshake instead of a clenched fist. If people considered friendship instead of hatred. Take this opportunity to imagine peace in your own relationships, as well as the larger conflicts of our time. Albert Einstein once declared, "Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding." May this poll stand as a reminder for you to take the path of peace within yourself and the world at large. May it raise awareness and inspire a new generation of peacemakers. Thank you. I'd like to call our 6th and 7th grade representatives, Jessica Wenz for the 6th grade and Monica Frederick for the 7th grade. Please come up.
We must come to say that peace is merely not a distant goal that we seek, but a means. We must arrive at that goal. We must pursue peaceful ends through peaceful means. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Very good.
Choose the single clenched fist lifted and ready, or the open hand held out and waiting. Choose, for we meet by one or the other. Carl Sandburg.
Thank you. Some great quotes. I'll say a few words to you guys now, and then we'll turn it over to Mrs. DeGame. Welcome to all our guests here. We have members of the Board of Education. We had our superintendent here a little earlier today. Some of you are probably wondering, why did we get a peace poll? And I think for us as a school community, it represents our wishes for the future. Future that sees us becoming a more tolerant country and a place where the ultimate goal is working within ourselves and with other countries for lasting peace around the world. At some point in your lives, you're going to inherit what all the adults here leave for you. You're going to become the leaders of our next generation. As someone who has served in public service all my life, both in schools and in the military, I know my fondest wish is to see you all attain your futures free from conflict. As you look upon the pole here with the many different languages contained upon it and think about what they represent, there's an old Chinese proverb: the more you sweat in peacetime, the less you bleed during war. Peace is hard work. Peace frequently is much harder to attain and much harder to do than war is. So in putting this peace pole here, we hope you all think about that on a daily basis and think about how you can be more tolerant people. And so in closing, I just want to thank everybody who had a part in this, the Suffolk Middle School PTA, particularly Mrs. DeGame for this gift, the Board of Education support for changing our landscape here. There were a lot of people that spent the weekend here, Mrs. DeGame included, planning this beautiful landscaping. So when you have a chance and you have some free time, come out here and read the poll. Thank you very much. All right, now Mrs. DeGame is going to tell you a little bit more about the Peace Poll.
Thank you, Mr. Fox, our dear principal, and our assistant principals, Ms. Ivy, Mr. Law, our school board, our great staff, teachers, custodial staff, and Mount Central School District for supporting this great idea. This was Mrs. Jaffe's idea, and we're very happy to make it a reality. On behalf of the Suffolk Middle School Parent-Teacher Association, I am proud to present this peace pole, planted in our school as a permanent reminder of the valuable message it carries. May peace prevail on earth. Our peace pole is shaped as a hexagon, which means it has how many sides? Good job, Suffolk Middle School. Each side has 2 languages, so altogether we have 12 languages. Oops. Any math teachers? The languages we chose for our peace pole are English, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, Latin, Arabic, Hebrew, Russian, German, Polish, and Hindi.
Braille.
Although our peace pole is engraved with 12 languages, but today, as we all stand here, the same message resonates all over the world in hundreds of other languages. The Suffolk Middle School PTA dedicates the symbol of peace to the students of the Suffolk Middle School. May they be peacemakers at home, in school, and all over the world. Please repeat after me one more time. May peace prevail on earth.
May peace prevail on earth.
All right, thank you, Mrs. DeGame. Okay, thank you 6th and 7th grade for your excellent behavior here this morning. I hope you have time to reflect